what is happening between Russia and Ukraine affects the world, including Rwanda. It's only those people who don't learn lessons that get caught up in such a situations that become an impediment to development or to moving forward.
Reka tubahe ikaze inshuti bakunze ibiganiro byacu ku Karubanda kandi tubashimire ko mwakomeje kubana natwe mu biganiro bitandukanye nkuko twatangiye tubibabwira rero ko nyuma yaho nyakubahwa perezida wa Repubulika y'u Rwanda Paul Kagame yari yakiriye mugenzi we wa Pologne Karasisi nkuko mwakabonye mu kiganiro cyacu cyatambutse cyo kumwakira mu cyubahiro nk'umukuru w'igihugu hanyuma hakurikiraho ikiganiro n'abanyamakuru mu byo bagombaga mu bivugwa duhanze amaso byinshi nkuko ruratanye mbivuga no ikijyanye n'ubucuruzi rero mu kiganiro mu kanya gato n'abanyamakuru kigiye gutangira turabaha ikaze kugira ngo mukurikire imbwirwaruhame z'aba perezida bombi yaba u Rwanda ndetse n'uwa Pologne bagiye kutubwira kugira ngo ikiganiro n'abanyamakuru gikomeze hanyuma mwumve ibyo bavuga kandi turabarikira no kuza gukurikira uko nanone kubijyanye na business forum y'u Rwanda ndetse na Pologne cyane kubijyanye n'ubucuruzi nk'uko twatangiye tubabwira ngo urugendo ahanini rushingiye ku bucuruzi imikoranire hagati y'igihugu ndetse n'abacuruzi hagati ubwabo aho hano mu nama baza gukomereza muri Kigali Convention Center kugira ngo abacuruzi baganire nabo ubwabo rero nshuti bakunzi reka tubaha akanya kugira ngo mukurikire ibi biganiro cyaba ikiganiro n'itangazamakuru ndetse na business forum hagati ya Pologne n'u Rwanda abacuruzi ubwabo cyane muri ibi biganiro byabo barasanga basubira ku ijambo urubyiruko ko ari rwo rukwiye kugira imbaraga muri ibi bikorwa reka tubaha akanya kugira ngo mukurikire.
You may be seated. Good afternoon, Your Excellencies. Your Excellency President Duda, a very warm welcome to Rwanda. Your Excellencies, we will proceed right away with the signing of agreements. The two memorandums of understanding between the Republic of Poland and the Republic of Rwanda will be signed by Poland's Secretary of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Andrzej Senia, and Rwanda's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Vincent Biruta. The first agreement is on bilateral trade and economic cooperation. The second agreement is on cooperation in the field of green technologies, environmental engineering, geology, and energy efficiency. Let's have a handshake, please. Handshake, please. Dziękuję. Thank you.
Excellency, Andrzej Duda, President of the Republic of Poland, senior officials from Poland and Rwanda, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, President Duda, once again, it is an honor to welcome you and your delegation to Rwanda. The government of Poland has contributed directly to our country's development, and we are very grateful for this. A notable example is Poland's long-standing support to the School and Education Center for visually impaired children in Kibeho. The Institute is bringing positive change in the lives of many, and that is not something we take for granted. I therefore thank you very much. Our partnership in the field of education has also yielded positive results, with many Rwandan students studying in Polish universities today. Mr. President, I look forward to attending the Rwanda-Poland Business Roundtable discussions with you later today. This gathering will be a chance for our private sector to explore trade and investment opportunities and strengthen our economic ties. Our two countries just signed agreements in the field of green technology, environment, energy, and trade. The development of these sectors is critical to becoming resilient and adapt to the new reality of intersecting global shocks. All in all, Mr. President, we have accomplished a lot together. The diplomatic presence in our respective countries will only serve to accelerate and solidify the good progress we are making. Your Excellency, once again, thank you for coming to Rwanda. I'm confident we will continue seeing the results of this strong partnership.
Że jeżeli zostanie prezydentem Stanów Zjednoczonych, to w bardzo krótkim czasie zakończy konflikt na Ukrainie. Czy według Pana to jest realne i w jaki sposób miałoby się to wydarzyć? A także jak bardzo realne jest w tej chwili zagrożenie, wojną ze strony Rosji dla Polski?
I think with the time, the world, including Rwanda, gets to learn how we are so closely interconnected across the world. What is happening between Russia and Ukraine, or in that whole region, or any other part of the world, even thousands of kilometers away, say from here. What is happening there affects us so many thousands of kilometers away from where whatever is happening is taking place. So we learn lessons with time and with different things happening. So here in Rwanda, the general population, even at that level, follows the events, follows what is happening there, and they even feel the effect of it in different ways. You have heard of the energy crisis that has created, or fertilizer, or even food in terms of grain. What has happened affects not only Rwanda, but the whole continent. So that is the starting point of how Rwandans know what is happening across the world, and also how even across the continent, people get to be, in a real sense, understanding what is going on. So that explains almost everything. But it teaches us how small the world is, actually, among other things. One thing happening here affecting people so far away, not only does it speak to interconnection, but it also speaks to how this distance shrinks because of that fact. So, and for ordinary people or even others in Rwanda, the immediate thing, because they are dealing also with their own problems affecting them directly, because even of the sheer size of Rwanda, not that big to have any impact on what it could do, but somehow can make a contribution. People just wish that whatever is happening of that nature that we witness today would come to an end. I'm sure many people don't know how that would come to an end. It just comes from the wish, originating also from frustration, from sometimes being helpless in their own settings. So that is the perception, that is the feeling, that is, it is one, how interconnected we are, even how close we are in actual sense, and how we are affected, and then how some people even feel there is not so much they can contribute to settling whatever problem and addressing the underlying causes of that, but wish that for that to end so that in that part of the world they can have peace, and by extension even people in Rwanda would have peace and have not much coming from there affecting their daily lives. That is the because of many constraints my country has, that is how far I can go in explaining and answering your question.
Może zacznę od potencjalnego zagrożenia rosyjskim atakiem na państwa. Będzie to atak na Sojusz Północnoatlantycki, który musiałby wywołać oczywistą reakcję Sojuszu Północnoatlantyckiego wynikającą z artykułu 5 Traktatu Północnoatlantyckiego. Powiem w ten sposób. Oczywiście, że taka groźba potencjalnie, teoretycznie istnieje wobec sytuacji, że niewątpliwie odrodził się rosyjski imperializm i niewątpliwie Rosja zaatakowała Ukrainę. Nie tylko w taki sposób częściowo skrywany, jak stało się to w 2014 roku, kiedy niby separatyści rozpoczęli okupację Doniecka, Ługańska, kiedy Rosja tak naprawdę rozpoczęła okupację Krymu. W istocie wiemy doskonale o tym, że to po prostu Rosja okupowała tę ziemię od samego początku.
My name is Edmund Kajire. I work for Kigali Today and KT Press. My question goes to both heads of state. Poland, just like Rwanda, experienced a difficult history. President Duda touched it a bit. What can the two countries learn from each other as Rwanda plans to mark 30 years after the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi? I would like to hear from you, your heads of state. What do you envision that the two countries can do bilaterally to develop the citizens of the two countries? Thank you very much.
Histories of different people and countries also help to shape societies. And there are a lot of lessons to learn from that. It's only those people who don't learn lessons that get caught up in such situations that become an impediment to development or to moving forward. So looking at the histories of the two countries, Poland and Rwanda, very difficult histories, if you will, very complex, very challenging, even including tragedies. So with that comparison, and how, therefore, societies of the two countries have been shaped with time because of what has happened, can be very useful when we relate the way Rwanda is relating with Poland, to make sure that, one, we build capacities in different forms. I think you had President Duda talking about that. Military, security, defense capabilities, capacities at just a human level, human development generally, and then economic areas that can also be looked upon to shape our development going forward. So I think there is a lot that we can benefit each other, or we can benefit from. Even if one was to benefit more than the other because of different possibilities that we hold, still the overall expectation is to be able to build it together, build forward, and benefit. So the two countries, based on that background, lessons learned, history, and foundations, can really strengthen ourselves to prevent other tragedies happening to us, or to be able to confront them effectively if they ever happened. But it has to be based on building our understanding of these lessons, and also building our capacities to always overcome whatever difficulties there are. So that's exactly what we need to do in our relationship as two countries. Excellency Andrzej Duda, President of the Republic of Poland, representatives of the Polish Investment and Trade Agency, business leaders from Rwanda and Poland, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to join you alongside President Duda to kickstart the Rwanda-Poland business roundtable discussion. We are honored to host you. I want to begin by thanking President Duda for bringing a large delegation of business leaders from Poland. A special thank you also goes to the Polish Investment and Trade Agency. For a long time, Polish investors have shown a keen interest to explore new opportunities with our private sector. We appreciate this. Many sectors are presented today. It shows we have a lot to offer each other in Rwanda have been working hard to create an enabling environment for businesses to grow and innovate. Because of the tragedy our country experienced, we did not have the luxury of developing a strong private sector early on. But we were able to multiply the little we had by prioritizing the needs of our citizens. That is the best investment we ever made. Our country is now focused on developing key sectors such as health, tourism, sports, and banking with a notable support from our partners. For each area, we aspire to become a hub for the region and beyond, and contribute to the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area. The good news is that more and more investors are taking notice of Africa's young entrepreneurs and betting on their creativity and talent. For many, this is generating employment opportunities. Our continent is also endowed with natural resources essential to power the future of our global economy. Amid global crisis, a decisive factor for resilience is how well the public and private sector can work together to manage this immense wealth. My hope for this roundtable discussion is for the opportunities identified to create tangible results on the ground for both Rwanda and Poland. Ultimately, the purpose of any business venture should be to add value to people's lives. Thank you for the invitation to be with you today. I wish you productive discussions, and I thank you for your kind attention as well. Again, Mr. President, we are happy to have you here in our midst with the delegation you came with, and wish you a very happy stay with us.
Ekscelencjo, wielce szanowny panie prezydencie Kagame, szanowne panie i panowie ministrowie, szanowni przedstawiciele biznesu z Polski, z Rwandy, szanowni państwo prezesi, wszyscy dostojni przybyli goście. Pragnę wszystkich państwa gorąco powitać na otwarciu dzisiejszego Polsko-Rwandyjskiego Forum Gospodarczego Okrągłego Stołu tutaj w Kigali. Serdecznie dziękuję wszystkim przedsiębiorcom i przedstawicielom sektora publicznego oraz prywatnego za przyjęcie zaproszenia do udziału w tym wydarzeniu. W szczególności dziękuję moim rodakom, przedsiębiorcom z Polski za przybycie tutaj, bardzo często po raz kolejny do Rwandy po to, żeby się spotkać ze swoimi rwandyjskimi partnerami. Chciałbym na wstępie podkreślić bezprecedensowy rozwój stosunków dwustronnych pomiędzy naszymi krajami. Ten postęp nie byłby możliwy bez zaangażowania Republiki Rwandy, za co serdecznie chcę podziękować przedstawicielom tutejszych władz na czele z panem prezydentem Paulem Kagame. Dziękuję, panie prezydencie. Decyzja o otwarciu ambasady Rwandy w Warszawie oraz wyznaczenie do pełnienia misji w Polsce bardzo zaangażowanego ambasadora, absolwenta polskiej uczelni, miały kluczowe znaczenie dla intensyfikacji naszych relacji, zaś dzisiejszy polsko-rwandyjski okrągły stół gospodarczy stanowi ważny element naszego dialogu gospodarczego.
turabashimira umwe mwabanye natwe, turabashimira ko mukomeza gukurikira ibiganiro byacu, cyane cyane abafatanyabikorwa bacu badushyigikira kugira ngo hirya no hino tubashe kuhagera muri ibi biganiro bitandukanye. Ndabashimiye, ndi Scovia Mutesi Shimwe na bagenzi banjye, ndetse by'umwihariko na Benjamin wamfashe kugira ngo amajwi n'amashusho bibagereho.